I want to ask you a question. How did we get, as a nation, from this...
We shall fight in France. We shall fight on the seas and oceans. We shall fight with growing confidence and growing strength in the air. We shall defend our island, whatever the cost may be. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall fight in the fields and in the streets. We shall fight in the hills. We shall never surrender.
Of course, Winston Churchill at the outbreak of World War II. How do we get from that to this?
We don't say that Islam is here to live, to coexist with lots of different religions and all of us can just hold hands and be friends. This religion was sent to dominate the world. It was sent to be superior, to extinguish the light of every other religion and to be superior to it. We're not shy to say it, and we don't find that to be something that we should be shy to say. That this religion has been sent to dominate, to wipe out, to take out every other religion, to eclipse it, to be superior to it, to have the people leave every religion and to accept Islam. And if that requires fighting to achieve it, then it requires fighting to achieve it. Because the greatest purpose for which jihad was legislated is to make the word of Allah the highest and the word of those who disbelieve the lowest.
Police, get on the floor! Get on the floor!
So, can you just listen to me now, yeah?
I am listening.
I'm arresting you on suspicion of being a terrorist. In that, you have been concerned in the commission, preparation, or instigation of acts of terrorism, contrary to Section 40, 1 and B of the Terrorism Act 2000. You are suspected of preparing for a terrorist attack in the UK.
I think it was, as has become readily apparent to people who have followed the ins and outs of this trial, this was a genuinely chilling case of people who embodied and in many respects were absolutely intent on bringing into the true manifestation of awfulness a hatred of Jewish people. Their intent was to commit to slaughter of innocent people for no better reason than their religion.
Watch these guys in the UK and across Europe, across the West.
Let me tell you guys more about the full force mindset. This is an army full of brothers with the same mindset, same goals, to be the best they can possibly be, physically, mentally and spiritually, to get stronger with whatever they want. Calisthenics, wrestling, to get stronger in their deen as well. Brotherhood, we compete with each other to bring the best out of each other. Alhamdulillah, I'm saying this with chest, the army is growing, all by the will of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We try to inspire the youth, even the elderly people, to reach their full potential. May Allah purify our intentions. Join the full force army, inshallah. We're gonna take over the world soon, inshallah. Salute my soldiers.
We're gonna take over the world soon, inshallah.
November 12th, 2015. Just before 7 p.m, 3 cars are caught on CCTV at a toll booth in northern France. They're heading toward Paris with 6 Kalashnikov rifles, 1 automatic pistol, 4 knives, and 9 explosive belts in their boots. Inside the cars are 11 radicalized Islamists. Within 24 hours, they will launch multiple terrorist attacks on the French capital.
When Muslims go and conquer the adjacent country, what do? We kill them all? No. The Prophet says, the first thing you do is call them to Islam. If they refuse, then tell them Allah obliged upon you to pay taxation. In return, when enemy comes and attack your country, you don't fight. We Muslims protect you. Subhanallah, for this little money? Yes. And you enjoy sitting in your homes and in your country and live your life normally. But the ruling is for Sharia. So you do not open nightclubs, you do not fornicate. If they refuse, then we have to fight. And if we fight you, then we capture you, you become our slaves, and we take your land, and you take where, because you refuse, I give you two good options in the coming 40, 50 years when the Muslims become strong as they're supposed to be.
Spain is commemorating the 10-year anniversary of Europe's worst Islamic terror attack. On March 11, 2004, terrorists targeted commuter trains in Madrid with 10 bombs concealed in backpacks during morning rush hour, killing 191 people and wounding more than 2,000.
We are the messengers of the messenger. We are the representative of this deen of Islam. We have to be the solution. The future is ours. Every ideal nightmare of a Muslim Europe will come true. They can be as mad as they want. I don't care. America will be a Muslim country. Russia will be a Muslim country. Islam will enter every house. We have to be a part of that change. We have to be a part of that da'wah. We have to be a part of those ghuraba who stand firm on our aqidah and our practice and our deen and never ever apologize. We're unapologetic. Never ever compromise. We're uncompromising. We are the...
How about a big fat no thank you?
September 1st, 2004. Beslan, a small town in North Ossetia, Russia, was buzzing with excitement. It was the first day of school, a time of celebration known as Knowledge Day. Families gathered at school number 1 for the annual ceremony, a symbol of hope and new beginnings. But at 9 a.m., hope turned to horror. Armed militants, later identified as Chechen separatists, stormed the school, firing indiscriminately. Over 1,100 people, including 777 children, were taken hostage. The gymnasium became a prison, rigged with explosives that would detonate at the slightest mistake. The conditions inside were unimaginable. Hostages were denied food and water, enduring sweltering heat. The militants used fear as their weapon, threatening to kill anyone who defied them.
Do you think Islam will eventually overtake Christianity here in the United States?
Worldwide, not just the United States.
Oh my God, another plane has just hit another building, flew right into the middle of it. Explosion. My God, it's right in the middle of the building.
Do you think Islam is at war with the West?
I think Islam hates us. There's something there there's a tremendous hatred there. There's a tremendous hatred. We have to get to the bottom of it. There is an unbelievable hatred of us.
In Islam itself?
You're going to have to figure that out, okay? You'll get another Pulitzer, right? But you're going to have to figure that out. But there is a tremendous hatred, and we have to be very vigilant. We have to be very careful, and we can't allow people coming into this country who have this hatred of the United States.
I guess the question is...
And of people that are not Muslim.
Arrested 5 men on suspicion of being involved in a plot to carry out a deadly vehicle attack at a Christmas market. The arrest took place on Friday in southern Bavaria. The suspects include an Egyptian national, 3 Moroccans, and a Syrian. Authorities say they had been planning to ram a vehicle into a crowded Christmas market in the region. This comes after heightened security measures were put in place following a car ramming attack at a Christmas market in the city of Magdeburg last year, which killed 6 people and injured more than 300. The Egyptian suspect was reportedly an imam at a mosque. Authorities say he called for the attack to be carried out with the aim of killing or even injuring as many people as possible at the market.
It's a Christian country. It's a Christian country. Yes, it is. This is a Christian country.
You're jealous that we're taking over.
You're not taking over. Why are you taking over? How are you taking over?
Mate, we've got it, mate. We've got it.
You've got it. Is that what you think? You haven't got it. But you've got people scared. You don't have us scared. No. You think you can take over town and tell us that it's your country? You've taken over. Not for long. See this cross? This will prevail. This is the British town. I'll come here where I like.
Spain mounted a massive anti-terrorism operation this morning after a suspected Islamic militant drove a van into crowds in Barcelona, killing at least 13 people, leaving more than 100 others with severe injuries yesterday in what is believed to be part of a planned wave of attacks. The Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant have claimed full responsibility for the deadly rampage along the city's most famous avenue, which was packed to capacity with tourists who were busy taking an evening stroll on Thursday. As the security forces hunted for the van's driver, who was trying to escape on foot, 6 civilians and a police officer in Cambrils, South Barcelona, succumbed to injuries when the attackers ran them over in a car before police shot them dead.
One day we can have a Muslim majority nation here in Canada, right in your face.
We have Canadian law here, and you say that you want Sharia law to displace Canadian law. That doesn't sound very respectful.
In majority, you wouldn't have any other option. You would go to your queen and tell her to change the laws.
Change the laws to what, sir? To Sharia law?
No, change the laws to not allow any more Muslims to come to Canada. We owe our allegiance and our loyalty first and foremost to our religion, not to the queen, to be honest. When I went for my so-called oath, I was silent, I didn't say anything. It was your responsibility to make sure you got it out of me. So when I didn't say anything, I'm not liable to anything.
Oh yeah. Okay, people are scared. Something's happening.
Kom igen, ni får ta intervjuerna där borta. Bara ditåt.
Macro Islam compatible with Western values? Macro. Of course it's not. There are 3 major reasons why. Islam does not believe in freedom of speech. Islam does not believe in freedom of religion. And Islam does not believe in separation of mosque and state. Those 3 things are antithetical to the West. In a Muslim majority country, most Muslim majority countries, you cannot criticize the Prophet Muhammad. In most Muslim majority countries, you do not have the same robust freedom of religion protections. And finally, whereas we in the West are very careful to try to intermix religion and state, they are commanded to actually go into the state and try to change the state to be more Islamic around the core pillars of Islam. And the last thing I'll finally say is, I cannot see a single Western country that has become more Islamic and has become a better place to live, that is happier or freer.
It became very clear in COVID, but COVID weren't a revolutionary moment, it was a revelationary moment where a lot of people saw for the first time, you can't trust your government, you can't trust your media, you can't trust corporations, they're there to control you. They require that you are ignorant and docile in order that they can control you.
The doctrine of the superiority of Muslims over non-Muslims, the doctrine of loyalty and disavowal, also known as love and hate for the sake of God, the superiority and dominance of men over women, the mandated seclusion of women by men, the religious practice of forced marriage and the lack of a concept of an age of consent, the perceived threat of dangerous female sexuality, the practice of sex slavery as an aspect of the laws of jihad, and dhimitude and the treatment of conquered non-Muslim peoples in Islamic laws. Now, this report claims that while Pakistani men are overrepresented in the grooming gang convictions, the overall proportion of Muslim perpetrators is even greater.